The internet. Wow. For those of us lucky enough to be connected, the internet is clearly changing everything, and I want to talk specifically about one area, which is traveling. So recently, I was lucky enough to go to Vilnius in Lithuania, really cool little place. I booked my flights on Skyscanner, I found all the cool areas of the town on TripAdvisor, and I booked the apartment through booking.com, all on the internet, dead easy, awesome. And when I arrived, it was amazing because they had open Wi-Fi everywhere. Remember what that was like when you used to be able to find open Wi-Fi? You just connect and it works and there's no passwords. It was just there and ready for you. That was really useful as a roaming traveler in a foreign city because I could look up the exchange rate and work out how many euros I needed to get from the ATM. And I could help the taxi driver find the apartment because he had no idea what I was talking about. And then in that evening, I found a gluten-free restaurant on the internet, all thanks to the open wireless that they were using everywhere. Then throughout the time I was there, we were using Google Maps, I was on Skype, phoning the museums, make sure they were open, and every photo I took was uploaded via Dropbox. Just wow, it was so much easier than if I hadn't had the internet. And I've noticed a bit of a thing that across Europe, people are a lot more sharing with their internet. There's a lot more open Wi-Fi, I think, this is my perception. And it makes it really nice to travel, it makes it much easier. When you're traveling abroad. I don't know what it is about Europe that means that is the case, but this is a great thing for tourists because it's easier if you can find opening times and bus routes, and tourists basically are happier, they get a good impression, they come back, and they spend more money ultimately. So the question is, what happened in the UK? Where's all the open Wi-Fi? Why all these crazy passwords like coffee shop with dollar characters instead of S's? Why do I have to give my email address or something when I log in? And I've actually been told I had to pay £15 before. I think we're really missing a trick in the UK and in Liverpool. We got 500,000 foreign visitors come to Liverpool. They really appreciate the internet. We've also, according to ONS, 16% of households don't have access to the internet. So I think there's a real opportunity to do something differently. The other thing, this Internet of Things thing, those Internet of things need the internet to be things that are useful. So maybe we can learn what smart cities actually are if we can get all our things on the internet. So is there an opportunity to make Liverpool a bit more useful for visitors, a bit more digitally inclusive for people that haven't got access to internet, and maybe a bit smarter too? Well, predictably, I think there is the answer to that is yes. And the model that I think is called community Wi-Fi. Essentially, once you've got the internet, it's effectively free to share it. So why don't we just do more of that? Obviously, we do it in a safe and secure way, and I'm proposing a name, Merseynet. It's just something we came up with. Really simple to contribute to Merseynet. You take off the password and you change your network name to Merseynet, or you just add it to your existing network name. And then you get on, maybe in return, you can be on like the most friendly restaurants list on the Merseynet website. And that's the little thing you get back for doing it. Now, people are really worried for some reason about Wi-Fi, always about pedophiles. I don't know why. Pedophiles and terrorists, I mean, it's all we seem to talk about. Bandwidth hogs, slower internet, sure, I get it. So being a tech geek, I went away and I built a thing, which is demoed tonight. You can see it if you look on your Wi-Fi networks. It's, you can build or buy one, it's open source, it's a box. You plug it into your router and it makes a Wi-Fi hotspot. It's really easy, it couldn't be simpler to use. It's got a few little features. It makes a totally isolated guest network. It stops them hogging all your internet. And if you want, it can Twitter brag how generous you are and tell people how they're all using your Wi-Fi. It's got some other stuff, but it's open to suggestion what we do next with it. You might know this dude, Bruce Schneier. He's been running an open Wi-Fi network for 7 years. He's pretty pro open Wi-Fi. And there's actually a whole openwireless.org movement across the world. New York City, for example, runs a citywide open wireless network. Loads of benefits, been proven elsewhere. It's really good for tourists, great for social inclusion, people that don't have the internet, great for Internet of Things and innovation, and it's just better than having to type passwords in. It's just a lot nicer. So, need your help, all types, especially comms and marketing, because I'm really crap at that. Brainstorming session on 7 o'clock, 13th of May at Does Liverpool. If you want to come along, put your ideas in, let's see what we can do. It's very early days. I'm Paul Furley, but this is Merseynet. This is community Wi-Fi by the people of Liverpool, bigger than me. If you want to get involved, come along. The internet, wow, thank you very much.